This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, DuBois County deputies investigate two accidents near Brettsville within 1 hour of each other, with one resulting in an arrest. Grow Southwest Indiana recognizes Jasper engines and transmissions. Carrie Snyder pays his usual visit to the Humane Society. Kurt Guxell looks at sports, followed by WJTS Inform. Tonight, DuBois County Clerk Bridget Jarbo has information for you about absentee and early voting. All this and more on 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. Deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department were kept busy with a pair of personal injury accidents Monday morning, about a half mile and an hour apart from one another. The first, a car versus scooter accident, resulted in serious injuries to the moped's riders and the arrest of a Ferdinand man for impaired driving. Just after 6:30 a.m. yesterday, Monday morning, deputies say 39-year-old Shane Schlachter of Birdseye was westbound on his scooter along State Road 64 about a quarter mile east of State Road 162 and the Brettsville Junction in the westbound lane. Deputies, noting that there was no shoulder along that stretch of the highway, say 22-year-old Richard Dooley of Ferdinand was also westbound and came up on the scooter. Dooley told deputies that he thought he may have fallen asleep and that the front center of his vehicle struck the Schlachter scooter in the rear. Both Schlachter and a passenger, 26-year-old Stephanie Nykum, also of Birdseye, were ejected from the scooter and landed in the roadway. Officers arrived on the scene and conducted an investigation. They say Dooley subsequently tested positive for THC after a blood test at Memorial Hospital in Jasper. Both Schlachter and Nykum were taken by ambulance to Memorial. Schlachter was later transferred by StatFlight helicopter to Deaconess Midtown Hospital in Evansville for further treatment of a serious head injury. Nykum was transferred by ambulance to Deaconess Midtown, that is, for treatment of head and facial injuries. Richard Dooley was taken into custody and booked on 2 level 5 felony counts of operating while intoxicated, causing serious bodily injury. The roadway was closed about 45 minutes while the scene was cleared. Deputies listed the scooter a total loss, and they say Dooley's vehicle had about $5,000 in damages. The St. Anthony Fire Department, first responders, and Memorial Hospital Emergency Medical Services assisted at the scene. Authorities say backed up traffic from the car versus scooter accident earlier was a factor in a two-vehicle rear-end collision that took place about a half mile east of the original crash. The DuBois County Sheriff's Department says just before 7:30 a.m. yesterday, a passenger car driven by 32-year-old Kelly Schraring of St. Anthony was westbound on State Road 64 and was in traffic backed up from the earlier crash. Meanwhile, deputies say 20-year-old Stephanie Archer of Celestine was westbound on State Road 64 behind the Schraring vehicle. Archer told police that when she saw the traffic back up, she was unable to stop in time. Archer's vehicle rear-ended Schraring's car. Both vehicles were moved out of the way after the collision and were able to be driven from the scene despite each sustaining about $1,500 in damage. Archer suffered facial injuries while Schraring complained of head pain. Both refused treatment at the scene. However, they were both immediately taken to Memorial Hospital in Jasper by personal vehicle for treatment of their injuries. Archer was cited for following too closely. DuBois County deputies were assisted at the scene by first responders with the St. Anthony Volunteer Fire Department and Memorial Hospital Emergency Medical Services. Officials with the Jasper Street Department say beginning Wednesday, they, along with their contractor, CalCar, will be milling a number of streets with paving to follow thereafter. The work will proceed barring inclement weather or any other unforeseen events. Starting Wednesday, October 10th, the department will begin work on Cemetery Drive, that's Lions Club Park, as well as West 13th Street from Newton Street to Bartley Street. Then on Thursday, October 11th, work will take place along Brescher and Reese Streets from 14th Street to 15th Streets near Fairview Cemetery and along East 36th Street from Newton Street to Mill Street on the city's north side. The street department says this schedule will proceed unless Mother Nature has other plans, at which time work will be rescheduled. The U.S. Department of Defense has announced 6 contracts totaling $95 million for projects at Naval Support Activity Crane. It involves new construction, demolition, and renovation of facilities, as well as infrastructure work. Contractors include Building Associates Incorporated in Bloomington, Jasper-based Crimp Construction, and Midnight Sun Global Services LLC of South Bend. Companies from Michigan, California, and Alabama are also involved in the project as well. The Grow Southwest Indiana Workforce Development Board recognized Jasper Engines and Transmissions as its Business of the Year at its annual meeting recently. Jasper was honored for their accomplishments through the help of Work One Southwest Services. Work One helps clients find a new or better job, choose a career, access training, or get the information needed to succeed in today's ever-evolving workplace. Services are also offered to businesses needing to recruit needed members for their workforce. The Business of the Year award is to recognize a company in Economic Growth Region 11 that has best utilized Work One business services. Jasper regularly participates in job fairs hosted at Work One Southwest in Jasper and openly accepts and hires candidates of all abilities. As the landscape of candidates has changed, Jasper Engines has become more involved in changing how talent is attracted and has made a mark in talent retention in the community. The company participates in events such as the STEM Challenge, Teachers Manufacturing Boot Camp, and Local Tour of Opportunity. Jasper Engines and Transmissions also honors the governor's work ethic certification by offering internships to students and provides a structured bonus program as an incentive to certification earners. The Grow Southwest Indiana Workforce Development Board serves the 9-county region of Work One Southwest and Economic Growth Region 11. The counties include Du Bois, Gibson, Knox, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vandenberg, and Warwick. The Longy-Foos Cancer Center at Jasper's Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center offers a support group for women battling cancer. Look Good, Feel Better provides information and cosmetic advice while including hands-on instruction on makeup, skincare, and suggestions for using wigs, turbans, and scarves. Look Good, Feel Better is facilitated by trained, licensed cosmetologists who are American Cancer Society volunteers. The next session will be held Wednesday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 12 noon in the Longy-Foos Cancer Center Conference Room located in the Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center's Dorbit Street entrance. This program is free, but pre-registration is requested. For more information about Feel Good, Look Better, please visit Memorial Hospital's website at mhhcc.org and click on Classes and Events, or call the Longy-Foos Cancer Center's Integrative Medicine Coordinator at 812-996-7488. That is a local number, 812-996-7488. And this reminder for drivers, the beginning of autumn marks the start of harvest season in Indiana. As you may have noticed already, large, slow-moving farm equipment are already on the roads, and drivers should use extra caution. The Indiana State Department of Agriculture offers safety tips to remind motorists to be alert, be patient, and be responsible. Farm equipment is required to have the nationally designated slow-moving vehicle sign, it's a red triangle reflector, to warn drivers that they are on the road and only driving a maximum of 25 miles per hour. Use caution and patience when passing these slow-moving vehicles, and do not assume the driver can see you. And please put down your cell phone while behind the wheel, especially during harvest season. For more safe driving tips, go to in.gov/ISDA. That's been a look at your news. Stay tuned. We have Carrie Schneider, who is at the Du Bois County Humane Society again this week. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast on 18 WJTS. Local people watching local people.